Well, this week on it's a momentous occasion for Roger and myself on Post Credits Podcast as we get to talk about a trailer from a movie we never thought would get a
Oh
sequel.
yeah, okay. I didn't know what you were talking about for a second.
I'm really excited. Roger, let's talk about Happy Gilmore 2. And I
Yep.
mean, if you were around that age in the 90s, this was as memeable and as quotable movie before like the internet really
Yeah.
existed. It was Adam Sandler is just one of his greats in Happy Gilmore. So I'm gonna give you the start off on this one because you're a bigger fan than I am. But
So between Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and all the other, like Big Daddy and all the other Adam Sandler movies, like this stuff was ingrained in my brain for years and years of like peak comedy. And obviously they don't really hold up quite so well these days. It's still funny to a point, which is why I have some trepidation about Happy Gilmore 2, because like seeing the trailer is exactly what you think is going to be. It's over the top. It's people falling down, falling off things, getting hit in the nuts with golf balls. Exactly what.
it's very
Yeah, it's
slapstick.
very slapstick.
He's still wearing
Normal.
the same outfit. Yeah,
It's just sweet fucking Bruins jersey.
it's talking to the original, which I love when movies do that.
Yeah,
so.
it's fine.
However, you said why be trepidatious about it? Because Netflix did it.
Well,
and
yeah.
I don't mean that as a slight against Netflix, but they don't have a great track record.
No, they sure don't. And they're picking up a sequel to something that was an established property that probably doesn't really need a sequel. No one 30 years later is like, I wonder what's going on in the Happy Gilmore universe. Like, I mean, I know I'm not, and I was a big fan of the first Happy Gilmore. Like, look, will I watch it? Absolutely, because we don't really talk about Netflix stuff. So when it does come out, me and Grayson will probably take a few minutes and talk about it, maybe the week of or the second week after it comes out. And just, I have a bunch of other buddies who I know are like, former Adam Sandler fans, which it's nothing against.
Former.
Well, it's his stuff is just so like
Wildly
so much,
different, yeah.
well, and not good,
That's also true.
like most of the Adam Sandler stuff since he's had his Netflix deal isn't very good, with some notable exceptions. Uncut Gems is a masterpiece of a movie. So
Hustle.
yeah, Hustle. Like, give him credit where credit's due. Like, those are good movies, but a lot of them aren't. So
yeah, I don't blame you. It's not a.
That's
It's
the
an
thing.
easy assumption to think this is going to suck. It would be. It's funny because like years ago it would have been the oddball assumption to say it's going to suck, but now it's like that's the long odds to say it'll be good.
Well, the problem that you run into now with a lot of movies is stupid comedy. Like, there's no middle ground. Either stupid comedy works and it's an A+ home run hit, or it falls completely flat on its face. Like, there is no middle ground. Like, I don't foresee anybody watching Happy Gilmore 2 and be like, it was okay. It's gonna be like, oh, it's hilarious, funniest shit I've ever seen. Or why the fuck they make that movie?
Well, if it matters at all, I think it's important to like bring up Joe Dirt here because again,
sure, because they made a second one of those.
Well,
It's
Netflix
really,
made
really
a second
bad.
one and it was awful. It's awful. Was it Netflix?
I don't think so.
Was it Matt or Prime?
Somebody else.
Prime? I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway, there was a sequel to
It's
that.
the same point though. Like,
but it's awful. It's awful. It just doesn't. Whoever that, it's just. I don't know. I don't understand why there's even a sequel to this. But I mean, him and what's her? So I'd look her up. It's Virginia Venice. It's always VV. So
VV, yeah.
I am excited to see where it goes because I am an immature idiot that loves to laugh at the first movie. But again, that comedy is like you definitely cannot make that comedy anymore.
Yeah. I do like though the fact that obviously 30 years later with a bigger budget and all that, like, it's a bunch of cameos. Going to be a bunch of cameos in this movie, and it's actually like the actual PGA Tour, not just like the golf championship, which I think is kind of cool. Bring some more weight to the thing.
Shooter McGavin's making a
Shooter
return.
McGavin's back.
Christopher McDonald.
Love Shooter.
He's still eating pieces of shit for breakfast.
Yep, which is a right in the trailer, which is good.
I laugh because I'm so immature. I love it
because it was funny.
It is, and we see his daughters are in it, which
both
is
of them.
Probably a beaming sense of pride for him, honestly, because like one of his great, I consider Happy Gilmore to be one of Sandler's like hallmark pieces. I do. It's just there must be some kind of great thing for him to have his daughters in what many consider to be one of his best.
What put him
comedies.
into like superstar?
Yeah, I agree.
Because I mean, like, Billy Madison's pretty good, and I actually prefer Billy Madison over Happy Gilmore, only like a slight edge. But like Happy Gilmore is the thing that took him like mainstream.
Of course it is.
From
Yeah.
just being on SNL and having a movie or two to like this dude's like legit.
Well, I see. So Dennis Dugan is Doug Thompson.
Yep.
Nick Swartzen that because he's like
Because he's his boy.
Yeah, he's
they're
his boy.
buddies.
Eminem's gonna be in it. Benny Safdie, I see.
Good.
Bad Bunny. Ben
Bad
Stiller.
Bunny's his caddy.
I had forgotten that Ben Stiller. He was the guy in like the nursing home.
Yeah.
That, like
You're in my world now,
that.
Grandma.
Yeah. He's got the same mustache, like the Hulk Hogan mustache.
You should grow a mustache like that.
I can't even grow a normal mustache. I mean,
That's why I think you should try to very advanced.
I'll let it grow and I'll just keep trimming around it.
No, just don't trim it all.
But it'll look awful.
Yeah.
I think that's what you want. Okay, fair enough. Margaret Qualley she's been a new addition.
Yep.
But we still got, of course, Julie Bowen and Adam Sandler, and we got a lot of the other people coming back. Like I'm trepidly excited for it. I just am worried that Netflix is going to destroy yet something else I love, and it's a shame that
going to ruin a franchise I've adored. Except that it wasn't really a franchise to start with.
It was just one movie.
It was just a movie.
Yeah, but it's a movie that you and your buddies at that time watched a dozen or more times.
Oh, listen, this isn't even a joke. I have probably watched Happy Gilmore from start to finish like 50 plus times in my life. Like
for me, it's at least that.
Yeah, it's not like it's not even like that was easy. It was like, hey, you want to watch a movie? Yeah, put on Happy Gilmore. Like it was just something you did.
Yeah, it's background.
When was the last time you watched Happy? It's been a long time for me.
For me, it's been like probably a couple months.
No, a couple months. It's been years for me.
Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison are on my constant rotation of comedies. Yeah. So when I get into that mode at work, when I'm listening to comedies, it's Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. It's Black Sheep, Tommy Boy, Beverly Hills Ninja.
I never like Beverly Hills Ninja, to
be
honest.
There's like a couple more, but some of those just like I was the right age at the right time, and they just struck home. And me and my friends, we just laughed them over and over again. Because again, we were all immature idiots.
Yeah, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Joe Dirt, Tommy Boy, yeah, all those, and even the first Grown Ups movie. I think the first Grown Ups movie is very funny. The first one.
It has its moments. Oh, somebody just watched Dirty Work.
Dirty Work. Norm McDudley. So, that's the other thing with my.
Watch that again.
My algorithm constantly gives me Norm Macdonald stuff. Which,
he's brilliant.
Thank
he really is.
God, what a legend that man was.
He's great, and all those cutaway shots of him just being thrown into a dumpster, like it makes me laugh every single time.
Oh, you one punch in the stomach. I still say that line to people all the time.
Say it again.
One punch to the stomach.
All right, I gotta stop laughing at that. But
no, it's perfect.
And then Chris Farley and the woman who bit his nose off.
Saigon whore that bit my nose off.
Then he ends up marrying her in the end, or at least in the car.
And then she bites his nose. Bites his nose again. Ah, Jesus Christ! Yeah, no, it's
laughing about an immature idiot that just loves that kind of comedy.
Also, Dirty Work, fucking quality. I'm glad you brought that up because that shit is great. Or when he goes to Moon the movie line, and he just stops.
He just parks and gets
out of the car. He's like, "Oh, excuse me."
That would be so funny, man.
Yeah,
you just
that's
can't,
funny
but
shit.
Again, you just can't make that stuff anymore, and it's a shame. It really is. That stuff was just funny.
Yeah,
golden age for comedies. That was
quality.
So I mean, I guess Happy Gilmore, I am excited, but only just so. It's not like I'm looking for the next great installment of the Happy Gilmore franchise. I just hope.
What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Oh man, you're asking that man.
This is on the spot. If you just had to pick one, what would it be? It can be serious stuff too.
My favorite Adam Sandler movie. I would hate. It would kill me to pick one over Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison. Like you'd have to pick both of them.
Okay, like a combo deal.
Yeah, like it has to be the combo deal, right?
Okay, I mean that's fine.
Because then like there's what's the one right after Big Daddy, Mr. Deeds? A lot of people love Mr. Deeds. I'm not as big on
Deeds.
Mr.
Isn't very good,
but I love Big Daddy. It's funny.
I wasn't. What's the one he did with Andy Samberg? The R-rated one. Who's Your Daddy or whatever?
That's My Boy.
That's My Boy. Yeah,
that movie is horrendously bad. But
fucking awful.
It's
movie.
Also very funny though, in like a slapstick way,
in a stupid way.
It's like every time the chicken nugget out of the pocket gets me every time.
Yeah.
They put a chicken nugget in Andy Samberg's pocket, and then like 10 minutes later, Samberg, when he's drunk, is like, "I'm hungry," and he's like, "Check your pocket." And he's like, "There's a nugget." Just every time.
Yeah, it's funny.
It makes me laugh. But
yeah, that movie's pretty bad though.
It's a man that like it just. Adam Sandler to me is a legend, but then again, I may have been just at that right time where he was going to be a legend. Because like someone from our parents' generation might look at him and be like, "Why did you guys ever think he was funny?"
I remember being in like 8th grade on the school bus, and somebody had like the Adam Sandler like CD playing on like a
Oh,
little
I've listened
speaker,
to that
like Toll
too.
Booth Willie and shit,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Where he
legendary.
like voices mom and like,
Yep,
"Why are you playing with your dinghy?" Stuff like that stuff. Yeah, of
they're all
course.
gonna laugh
Yeah,
at you. Yeah,
I
like
listen to that on non
hundreds of
repeat. Yeah,
hours
yeah,
listening to that, like
100%.
giggling like a schoolboy.
Such a good time
I would
for
probably
comedy.
steal that, like the one where the college admission thing. He's like, "I bet you have really hairy balls."
Walls.
It's just wild,
That was a time
wild
when like
stuff.
it took a long time to get into the mainstream with films, and it's like
Hmm.
nowadays it's just like if they're kind of
If
funny,
you're
they're in a
remotely
film. Yeah,
famous or
yeah, you're
funny,
in a movie
give
somewhere.
them a
Yeah,
movie, put them in a movie.
yeah. It's weird, but I'm very happy it's coming out. I'm probably not going to be as happy when I see it because it probably won't live up to expectations. But
No, there's no
anyway,
way, right?
let's move on.
All right.